Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Ahlan wa sahlan. Welcome, guys, to live stream. This is Friday. Hope you guys are enjoying yourselves, enjoying the nice rainy weather wherever you guys are, or if it's sunny wherever you guys are. Tell us what the weather is where you guys are, in fact. Right, so as you guys know, my name is Yakat Zaman. This is my Roots of Knowledge YouTube channel where on a daily basis, I put up videos for you guys to benefit from. And they are related to Arabic and learning Islam and Hadith and Tafsir and all that kind of stuff. So if you guys are interested in understanding this, inshallah, make sure you subscribe to us and hit the like button. And on Fridays at this time and on Saturdays, 9:45 UK time, we have live Q&A where you guys can ask questions or we can just chit chat, talk, and I can give you the updates about what I've been doing. That's it really. So let me go on to Instagram. Let me just share it with Instagram people as well, just so that Instagram doesn't get upset as well. Okay, so Instagram people. Okay, why is this light? Let me change the color of this light. Is that better? Is this better? Yeah, I think this is better. In fact, what about this? Do you guys like a rainbow color? All right, let's go into here then. Let's check out what you guys are going to say. Wa alaikum assalam, Danish Muhabbat. Ahlan wa sahlan. Ahlan wa sahlan, my brother. Hope you're well. Abdul Majid, mashallah. We see each other again. We can't see enough of each other. Okay, guys, make sure you make dua for Abdul Majid's mother. She's in hospital. She's not well. May Allah give her shifa kamil. This is a time for du'as to be accepted as well. So, make dua for her and dua for all those who are ill. May Allah give shifa to all of those people out there who are in a tough situation of illness. Right, so ahlan wa sahlan. Welcome people on Instagram as well. Hope you guys are well. As usual, you guys know the routine. Jazakallah khair, Abdul Majid. May Allah bless you for your kind donation towards the channel. May Allah put barakah in your wealth and health and your family's health as well. And your mother, may Allah give her shifa kamil and long, prosperous, healthy, salih life with her children and grandchildren as well. Ameen. Atur, wa alaikum assalam. Ahlan wa sahlan, Atur. Ameen. Shaykhain QOT. Shaykhain have a cold preventing a woman traveling 1 day's distance 30 without mahram. Later Fuqaha gave fatwa on this due to the right as recorded in Rad al-Muhtar. Can women travel for work then? Allah knows. I mean, do you have the text that later Hanafis gave fatwa on this? If you have the text, we can look into it. In fact, the original position, the 48-mile position, isn't even from the strongholds of the early madhab. It's actually 3 days and 3 nights journey. Yeah, that's what they say, 3 days and 3 nights. Danish Muhammad, how to get deep in-depth meaning of Arabic words, especially in Quran, if you recommend something related. Do you know Arabic, Danish? Because I only know Arabic resources for this. Do you know Arabic? So if you know Arabic, there are several resources I would definitely... If you go to my playlist where I have mentioned about the Quran Words in Depth series, Quran Words in Depth, then there in the description I've actually mentioned some books, but they're Arabic ones, unfortunately. I don't know of any English works on this topic. I need to restart that series again with the in-depth words again, but it's just a matter of time, getting time. Yeah, in-depth words. I've actually done 10 videos on this. Let's see. Copy. In-depth words. Okay. In-depth words in Quran. Um, I know basically. So I don't know any at the basic level. They are quite advanced books. So generally, I would suggest Al-Mu'jam al-Mufassal, yeah, which is Mu'jam al-Ishtiqaqi, which is basically a book that's very, very detailed, very good. You can also use, you know, books like Lisan al-Arab and others as well. Sara wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome, Billy Goat. Alaikum assalam. Is evening adhkar best recited after Asr time or Maghrib? Uh, so it depends which adhkar they are. If it's the normal adhkar like Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, then after Asr. And if it's the adhkar like Surah Al-Mulk and those kind of adhkar, then after Maghrib. I heard that 3 days, 3 nights journey is equal to 57 miles. Is the difference? Yes. So it's actually it's. So I don't know OT. I don't know how much Hanafi fiqh you've actually studied at advanced level. But if you actually join my Hidayah lessons, in my Hidayah lessons, I actually got a video. I've gone in depth about this issue of the So let me just give you a link for those who want to join it. So I don't know how much you've studied. So in length, I actually explain this a lot. Yes, and then you can basically just go through and you find the appropriate lesson. Okay, so that's the. Guys, make dua for OT as well. May Allah give OT shifa kamil. Because this is the time of du'as. This is just before Maghrib. Just before Maghrib time. Ameen, Ameen. Ameen. Right. So, yeah. Okay, let's check out on Instagram. Okay, so HXLim, I don't know how to say that name. So I'm just calling you HU. How beneficial is Fiqh al-Muyassar for second-year students? So it depends which Fiqh al-Muyassar. So Fiqh al-Muyassar, the first one is very, very good in Ibadat. The second one, I would say, is definitely 100% is something where you should start from. I teach it. I teach the second part, which is from Nikah all the way up to, inheritance and all that. So I teach that. And in fact, I'm actually thinking about doing an online series on it. Where I might not go through word for word, but I might just summarize each chapter and mention those. It's very beneficial. Shaykh Yusuf Banu rahimahullah used to say, uh, fiqh should be taught initially. Fiqh should be taught after the faraida learnt. Fiqh should be taught from mu'amalat. Mu'amalat is the best place to start because it creates like thought, lots of thought in the student's mind. And that's what faqahat is about, thinking. If you teach fiqh or you're learning fiqh and you at the end of the lesson you're not thinking, you're not spending majority of the lesson, more than 50% of the lesson, about thinking, all right, how things work and how this masala can apply to other things, then you're not studying fiqh properly. You're just learning the translation of the masala, I would say. So this is why when you start off with something like buyu, these chapters, you have to think a lot because it's very, very interactive. So that's why he said students should start with that. When you develop fiqh inside of a student, then they're always going to be thinking the rest of their life. You've given them the gift of thinking in fiqh. That's one of the best gifts you can give a student. How to get an ijaza in tajweed? So what you do is get in contact with a tajweed expert and speak to them, and they'll probably make you read certain amounts of Quran and then give you ijaza. The adhkar are ones like quls, raditu billahi rabba, and bismillah. Yeah, so those are so the quls are normally after Maghrib. The Prophet ﷺ, he would read them usually in the evening time. So evening time would mean possibly after Maghrib. But if you're ready after Asr, inshallah, hopefully inshallah should be good as well. And bismillah alladhi la yadur. So when they say evening, that amsayta normally refers to evening. It could be around Maghrib time, before, after. So it could be both. I do Surah Mulk after Maghrib. But the above du'as and calls, inshallah, hopefully they should be okay. Can you send other classroom links, mashallah, your Hidayah classes? Yeah, so check out Hidayah. I've also got Usul Hadith that you can join as well. Yeah, so Usul Hadith one that you can join. And then Usul Hadith ones are obviously, I finished them. I don't do them anymore. But the Hidayah ones, they run usually Wednesday evening times. Usul Hadith. Yeah, assalamu alaikum assalam. Views on 80 Durood after Asr on Fridays. Very, very weak hadith. I personally would say it's best to avoid, but if a person did do it, it's fine because the meaning is fine. Yeah, but the narration is extremely weak. Best to avoid, but if someone does do it, then so like telling them off for it wouldn't be a good thing. But I don't do it myself. Can a woman on menses touch Quran translation without a barrier? So there's an ikhtilaf amongst the Hanafis about this. I would say that it would be permissible if she is benefiting from it. Like if there's no way for her to touch it without, like for example, in a phone or something. Why did they include the 80 dua in Salat and Salam books then? 80 dua. 80 dua. Don't know. I mean, I don't know. Maybe contact the writer of the book. Ask them. Maybe they just including it because they feel as though it's okay. The meaning's okay. It's not a problematic meaning. It's a dua. At the end of the day, it's a dua. So whether the hadith is authentic or it's fabricated, a dua is a dua. Yeah, like if a person says, "Oh Allah, put barakah in my car," there's no dua in the world for that, but you're allowed to make that dua because the meaning is fine. Yeah, the meaning is fine. Yeah, so this week has been a nice week, alhamdulillah. I've been chilling out, relaxing, just kind of like getting my own personal reading done. I also had a hidayah lesson this week on Wednesday, which was nice as well, mashallah, alhamdulillah. And also got my internet changed, guys, because my other provider, which is Virgin Media, my other provider is basically causing a lot of problems. They've hiked up the prices and it's very expensive now. So I've moved to another, and alhamdulillah, I'm getting better quality or better speed, faster speed, alhamdulillah. Can women recite Quran whilst on her period? No. So a woman cannot recite Quran whilst on her period. What should students study after Alimiya? Up to you, whatever you're interested in. So whatever students are interested in, if they're interested in studying hadith or tafsir or fiqh, I would say after Alimiya, you should brush up on all your sciences. Go over all your books again. You can do it on your own or you can do it with another person and then solidify everything. Right? Because, once you've gone through the Alimiya course, it doesn't mean you've understood everything properly. Yeah, you want to solidify it, like really get into it. What should someone do if they are reciting in Salah and they forgot the remainder of the ayah? As long as they've read about 3 ayahs, then it's fine. Just do ruku. Masir Ali wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ahlan wa sahlan, my American brother. What's happening, man? What's happening, American brother? May Allah bless you. Ameen. Jazakallah khair. This is the time of dua of istijaba. May Allah accept all of our du'as. May Allah forgive all of us and put barakah in our time and our wealth and our health and our families. And may Allah grant us the highest levels of Jannah and make us a means of propagating the Deen of Allah in the correct manner that's pleasing to Him, and cure us of any illnesses that we've got, any depression and anxieties that we're suffering from. Grant us shahada before we leave this world, and make us people that He's proud of, and the Prophet ﷺ's intercession on the Day of Judgment. Ya Allah, all those of us who are going through personal problems, Ya Allah, you know those problems, and solve those problems for us in a way that is without causing us exposure of our sins, and bring us closer to the ummah, so that we can be part of the elite on the Day of Judgment. Ya Arhamar Rahimin, Ya Allah. There is a long pause and they forget the remainder. How long was the pause for? How are you, man? Yo, man, I'm good, man. What's the latest? What's the latest? Masir Ali? Is that how you say your name? Masir Ali? Like Iraq? Is nikah wajib for young women? Yes and no. Yeah, so it would all be based upon circumstances, situation. I would say, so you look into your own situation. Ideally, the more a woman conceals her body, the more she covers up the curves of her body, then the more it's going to be considered to be under modesty. Right? Is there okay? How to balance Deen and Dunya? I have phases when I hyper focus on. Now, exactly, Jamila. This is exactly what the Deen is about. It's about trying to strike the balance, and you're never gonna get the balance. It's like a car on the motorway. Sometimes you have to speed up, sometimes you have to slow down. Trying to maintain one speed all the way throughout your journey is going to be hard. So sometimes you'll have to speed up, and that's what happens with Iman. Iman is going to be fluctuating. It's the nature. It's the you can almost say it's you can almost the design of Iman is that it will fluctuate. But the thing is, you just have to adjust your life in accordance. You have to go around all the bends and curves of life, right? Trying to maintain that focus. How do you keep the balance? Always try to stay company with someone who you see as more practicing than you. I would say that's the best way, because then you can see your speed. It's like a car in the motorway. You're watching a car that is maintaining its speed. You're trying to stay behind them, stay with them. That is the best thing I would say. Um, do you know my teacher Mufti Nu'man Dimbada? I don't think so. I don't think so. I've heard that name, but unfortunately, I don't know. Beautiful dua. Ameen, Ameen, Jazakallah khair. I'm okay. What's popping, Sheikh? Or is that how you guys say what's popping? We don't say popping. Yeah. I'm gonna pop you. Yeah, they're probably like some slang word to kill you. But nothing's popping. Only popcorn is popping. Yeah. You know my favorite popcorn is. Guess what my favorite popcorn is? Put in the comments if you think you know what it is. And then we're gonna go for Maghrib inshallah in a bit. How long does our morning adhkar suffices for? I am in the habit of doing adhkar after Fajr and Asr, but think I may need to try and change my Asr routine to after Maghrib. I would say obviously there is no restriction on how much adhkar you do all day. You can do adhkar 24 hours a day, but is that going to be conducive to you in doing your work and everything? So obviously not. And the Prophet ﷺ and the Sahaba, their best way was to allocate certain times. I would say that if you do 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes in the evening, inshallah, that should be sufficient. Please stop accents now, man. Abdul Majid Hussein, I will not stop that accent. You know, because I'm from Texas, America. Do you read Hizbul A'zam? Very, very rarely, to be honest. I would love to read it regularly, but very rarely. Praying Asr Salah with Mithal Awal on Fatwa of Sahibain, would they have to repeat Salah? No. Salt, dark chocolate, popcorn, that's humanly not edible. Never ever thought of that one, but that would actually be something new to try. I wouldn't mind trying that. Maybe I might even try that in these holidays. Might even try something like that. You know what I'm saying? Could be like some new risky flavor. How much of ulum al-Quran do they do in Dars Nizami? They don't generally do like a specific book. I mean, we covered Fawzul Kabir. We did Fawzul Kabir. But they don't really cover a particular book. I mean, the Dars Nizami system isn't like a perfect system. That's the thing you have to understand. Dars Nizami system, it was a system that was put in place and it's been adjusted so much over the years that people just think anything that has the name Dars Nizami, it's like the perfect medical, like for a doctor, the perfect medical course, like the perfect Oxford medical or Cambridge medical or I don't know, Harvard medical, right? It's not, unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. There are many, many, many others, I would say, like adjustments that need to be made to Darsin is that if you want to make it really good, tweak it up really good. And unfortunately, like I would say at the moment, the amount that they potentially of the Quran ulums, they're only about 30%. They're only doing about 30%. Salted, no, not almost salted. Yeah. So M something XRI. I think that's supposed to be Maria or something, Maria. So salted, yes. Okay, salted is part of it, but that's not the full thing. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. شريف أهلا وسهلا، كيف حالكم؟ وبخير. وأنا أريد أن أتكلم معكم بلغة الأمريكية، اللهجة الأمريكية. كيف حالكم؟ أنتم بخير. Actually, I've seen this new way of reading texts. Right, there's a guy online. I was watching him. He teaches like Latin and things, and I'm gonna try and implement it on my channel. Inshallah, I'm gonna try to make a series on that. See how it works. If it's useful or not, and then I'll let you guys know. Inshallah, how that works. Locust popcorn, no. Can you show how Hanafis raise their finger and hand positions in the tashahhud? Some say hands are flat and raised. Yeah, so I actually made a video on this. Yes, I will send you that video, and because that would just save me all the hassle of having to put the camera, having to do all of this. Mr. Billy Goat. So this is finger in the shahud. Right. How much? Okay, done this one already. Sweet and salty popcorn. That's the one, Billy Goat Gruff. Yes, my man. You got that. This. Okay, you can't see that there. See, alaikum assalam, Muhammad Prairie. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go for Maghrib now, and then inshallah I will see you guys in a bit. Okay, so take care, inshallah. So I'll be back soon. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Ahlan wa sahlan. Welcome, guys, back to this video. All right, so we're not going to be on Instagram. So if anyone is on Instagram, you come onto YouTube or onto Facebook. All right, so let's continue then. Let's try to answer some more of your questions. See what you guys are saying. Right, so let's go to. Okay, Darul Uloom Deoband does 5 years of logic, then 1 year philosophy before doing Sharh Aqaid in 7th year or 8 years. Okay, your favorite Hanafi scholars to read? There's loads of them. There's obviously Imam Muhammad, Abu Yusuf, Imam Tahawi, Imam Jassas, Sarakhsi. There's loads. Missed it. No, I'm back. Okay, hit the like, people, guys. Ahlan wa sahlan. Hit the like, guys. Hit the like. Salam. Is Sheikh gonna come out? Yes, we're back. Okay, I watched the video. If you join your thumb and middle finger, do you release your finger flat for, so afterwards you put your finger slightly down? Yeah, you put your finger slightly down. So some Hanafis say you leave your hand back in its original position, and some Hanafis say this is the more preferred position according to Mullah Ali Qari and Sheikh Ibn Abidin. I asked about the Adhkar time because I read that morning Adhkar is recited between Fajr and sunrise and evening. So that's why in Arabic the word Masa is a very encompassing word. It encompasses different times. So it can include from after Asr, even from after Zuhr, and then after Maghrib as well. Crypto M, wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi. Hope you are well. Do you have to read the full 17 rakat of Isha Salah? So basically, Isha is only 4 rakats fard. That's all the fard is, obligation is. And then 2 rakats of Sunnah Mu'akkada, and then witr, that's all. That is considered to be the Salat. That's it. The extra Nawafil, these are things that people have mentioned. Certain things have come in Hadith, something have been reported by the early Salaf. It's good if you try and maintain, obviously, to do as much Nawafil as you can, but there won't be any. So basically, it means it won't be considered to be in the realm of innovation, bid'ah, if a person did these 17 regularly, because there's some established reports regarding them. Yeah, but the basic, what you pray is 4 rakat of fard of Isha, and then 2 sunnah mu'akkadas, and then 3 witr. Okay. Actually, no, let me just go on to Instagram. Right, so that's basically been my week, and I've been actually thinking about making a series on helping people to be able to understand Arabic grammar through English sentences. Yeah, so we all pretty much know English sentences, but then if the Arabic rules are implemented in those English sentences, it saves the person from having to understand what the sentence is saying. So a lot of students, they struggle when they're learning Arabic because they're learning Arabic through Arabic. So it's Arabic text and then the Arabic grammar, which they're not familiar with. So that's the thing when it comes to when it comes to these kind of particular sciences, that it's very important to understand the concepts in whatever language you want. Understand the concepts first, foremostly, before you delve into anything. Then after that, when you delve into the texts, it saves a lot of time. Assalamu alaikum. What is the limit of public displays of affection between spouses? It's generally whatever's considered in the urf. Whatever's considered in the urf. Like, for example, in some urf societies, men and women holding hands is not husband and wife holding hands is not right. But fathers and daughters holding hands, is okay. Or mothers and sons holding hands is okay. So it's all to do with the urf. Obviously, things like intimate kissing, that shouldn't be done in public. That seems to be something which generally the Muslims consider to be something which is frowned upon if it's done in public. But just like pecks and these kind of things, I wouldn't see a problem with that. Assalamu alaikum, Muhammad Mullah. Ahlan wa sahlan, my brother. Ahlan wa sahlan. Ahlan wa sahlan. What's happening? How's the holiday in Blackburn? And you know what? I'm thinking next week, should I do like a tour, visit some cities? I'm just thinking about it. Assalamu alaikum, Sharif. Will, ahla wa sahla, my American brother. I'll read this in American accent so you can understand how Sharif sounds. Your days are very short. Y'all days are very short. This time of cross pond, 78 hours of daylight. They're short here to 9 hours approximately. Yeah, man, we have really short days, man. Yeah, and when especially when it's overcast and dark, raining, then it's like almost all days has been dark. But yeah, we have approximately like sunrise is about I think maybe about 8:15, 8:20, and the sunset is about 4 o'clock. So that's literally 4 hours, 74, 70, sorry, 8 hours, 78 hours. Yeah, yeah. It's just winters here is just gloomy. I love sun. I would love every morning to see the sun outside. Throughout the day, even if it's cold, I don't mind. What things do you have to take consideration when permitting others to take Sahibain's opinion at a certain time? Specifically, you told me to take it for one day only due to exam. Yeah, so basically, if there is any valid need, then a person can do it. I would say if there's any valid need for a person. For example, if a person's passing by a Shafi masjid, it's just going to be more convenient for them. They can pray. If it's for an exam, then it's fine. Anything like that. But just for no reason, if you know you're going to pray, you're going to be able to pray in the two shadows. Then you shouldn't pray early. Today, tea, yes, we have corn tea. This is corn tea, my brothers and sisters. Corn tea. If you ever heard of corn tea, this is corn tea. Mount Prairie, this is how people in Chicago speak. Zed Nessa, wa alaikum salam. When a woman joins congregation at the masjid and she does not know which rakat they are in, if she joins thinking they are ruku but actually are in another position, how does she correct this and make up? So if a person comes to salat, they can hear the imam but they don't know what position that the imam's in. What they should do is wait until they're absolutely certain what position the imam's in, and then go in that position. Right now, if they have joined the salat and they thought the imam was in ruku, but really the imam was in sajda, then all they have to do is obviously just when they realize they just have to shift position and then make up those rakats that they've missed. That's basically what it does. We're going through a snowstorm. Schools shut down. Oh yeah, I heard about that. You got some crazy snowstorms there, yeah. In general, taking weaker opinion of the madhab, some say weaker opinion equals opinion other than doesn't exist. Yeah, this is a whole discussion, Rizwan. Like this is why you got to do iftar for this. It's like a whole big discussion on whether the retracted position, like Qasim ibn Qutb says, any position Abu Hanifa is retracted, it's a non-existent position. But others say no, it is existent. Abdul Razak, ahlan wa sahlan wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hope you have recovered from your illness. Alhamdulillah, all good. Flight is early tomorrow. Oh yeah, going for Umrah. You so make dua for us, special duas, yeah. Make some special duas for us when you're there. Give our salams to the Prophet ﷺ as well on my behalf. Jazakallah khair. Can you explain how the Hanafis explain Umrah and continue to pray despite being stabbed and bleeding? Darura, necessity. So out of necessity, you could be bleeding and you carry on praying. That's totally fine. Hanafi say. Got a tea joke. Oh no, come on, tell us. MashaAllah, I'm from Audley area. Audley. Train us in iftar ya Sheikh. Inshallah. Once you read enough books, bro, you need to read 20 million. Only joke. Yeah, inshallah. Hopefully, maybe in a few years' time, maybe I might do like an online thing, iftar thing. I'll see. Make sure you attend my Hidayah lessons, yeah? Still ill, been 2 weeks now. Allahu Akbar. Shafaq Allah. That means Allah is forgiving your sins, wiping out your sins. MashaAllah. Next. Ya Shaykh, alaikum assalam. Ahla wa sahlan, Fresh Prince. Ahla wa sahlan. Welcome, my brother. كيف حالك? بخير. كيف الأمور? When I'm talking about an event person, what things will it make it gossiping and backbiting? Anything which that person would dislike you telling others about. Anything that they'd consider disliking. That's backbiting. Corn and tea. 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 I still haven't got it. Corn and tea. Is that the joke? Inna lillah. You know what? I think the illness has got to you, bro. How much usul you need to study hidayah? Not much, because the way that Sahib al-Hidayah applies hidayah, the usul in hidayah, is very, very easy to follow. But definitely you should have covered, I would say, at least two texts of usul. And Mullah, keep a family of du'as. Ameen, ameen. Have you seen the Five Pillars podcast with Shaykh Hassan? No, I haven't seen it. How is the jizya collected? I don't know how jizya is collected. How is it collected? Ameen. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept your efforts. Ameen, ameen. Would you recommend the teachers of the online Alimiya as Sufa? Definitely, I would recommend them. Definitely. You mentioned in Pakistan Madrasa there were Qatari students. Were they ethnic Arabs or Pakistani? No, ethnic Arabs. They didn't study in Banuri town. They studied in a village in Sindh, like this crazy village, like it's proper. Hardly has electricity there, and loads of bents, right? Buffaloes, loads of buffaloes there, but they study there. Original Arabs. Uh, love you, but your Amriki accent is so off. Humorous, not. No, my brother Sharif, my brother Sharif. I will talk to you like Americans. I like talking American accent because I know how Americans, they love the English accent, and they try to copy the English accent as well, and they sound funny. So we have to give the equal rights to the American accent as well. Like quarantine. Oh, quarantine. Oh, quarantine. You know what, Razak, I'm gonna have to think about that joke there. I'm gonna have to reanalyze it to laugh. Say what you see. Say what you see. That's it, Maji. Say what you see, bro. Say what you see. Walaikum assalam, randomly. Ahlan wa sahlan. How are you? I'm very well. Thank you very much, my brother. Randomly from India. I hope you're well. I hope you're enjoying yourself, having a wonderful time, fantastic days. I only did. I thought you said I only do shisha. I go, what? I only did shashi. Yeah, so try to do matl manar. It's not really that necessary to do matl manar. It just gives you an insight. In fact, what I'm thinking of doing is maybe doing an online course of just matl manar. I might do that. Yeah, because I think it's really important. Some of the discussions in there really open up a lot of understanding of like premises and background and context that Hanafis have. Are we allowed to give babies vaccines with gelatin in them, specifically with vitamin K vaccine that helps blood clot? If there is nothing else available, then yes. A genuine question, Sheikh. How's the jizya collected in the Muslim country or his? See, and I'm honestly the answer I'm giving you, I don't really know because I haven't been in a country where jizya is collected. In the books, they mention once a year it's collected. And I don't know if it's in the beginning of the year, the end of the year, if it's something which is taken out from their wages. How does it work? Don't know. But basically the non-Muslims have to. It's like a tax, just like we pay taxes. They have to give the tax to the Baitul Mal. So it's for poor, it's 12 gold coins. For average person, it's 24, and for rich, it's 48 a year. That's it. That's what you give. So 12, 24, 48. That's it really. That's all you have to give. Again, and this is all based upon those times. Yeah. And no, women don't give it, children don't give it, disabled don't give it. It's only for the men. Next, Masid Ali, America is greater than. No, how can it Great Britain by? Okay, what came first? Did Great Britain come first or did America come first? Especially in accents, but it's not American. Ustadji. Hey, Chanel, don't say that about my American accent. Actually, now I'm trying to forget how to speak American now. Salam, Mufti Saab. Hope your Friday went well. Someone had a question. Is there a certain way to make dua? There is no specific way to make a dua. Dua basically means your connection with Allah. So if your connection with Allah is such that you just raise your hands and you just ask Allah, that's it. You don't even have to raise your hands. But these are etiquettes. These are like extra things that will enhance the dua. look for certain times and raise your hands and start with salutation of the Prophet ﷺ and end with salutations. These are all things that enhance the dua. But technically, if you just said, Ya Allah, I need this, Ya Allah, help me with this, and that's it. That's dua. Summarizing ethnic Arabs coming to Darlums. Yeah, you'd be surprised. I have water. I have blown manzil over. Can I pour this down the sink? Yes, you can. Yeah, can we do the manar because it's by Nasafi? Yeah. No Muslim country is allowed to charge jizya. Surely that is the caliphate's job. Jazakallah khair. You're welcome. How would you compare al-aqta and hidayah in terms of levels? Hidayah is obviously much more in depth. Aqta isn't that deep. I read sections of it. It isn't very deep, but it's good. Obviously, without a doubt, it's good. I mean, reading something like Quduri's Tajreed will probably be much more beneficial. But Aqta is good in the sense that he gives you some little nice pointers that you knew came from the early years. Yeah, and especially the Baghdad area. Okay. If Imam makes dua after Jummah khutbah, are we allowed to raise our hands for this? After Jummah khutbah. Yeah, after Jummah khutbah is fine. So if Jummah khutbah is finished, that's fine. What came first, the chicken or the egg? Regardless, Americans die. Okay, let me tell you. So what came first, the chicken or the egg? But if you're saying the chicken, when does an egg become a chicken? Is an chicken inside the egg a chicken? So what technically comes first? So technically, obviously, a particular chicken, let's call this chicken A. So chicken A originated as an egg. So for that particular A, the egg came first. But if you're saying the genus, if you're saying the concept of chicken, what came first in like the whole big history of chickens? Was the egg first created and then the chicken came later, or was the chicken first created and then the egg came? That's the let's do Sharh Mukhtasar al-Tahawi of Jassas. That's just a fiqh book, isn't it? So we're looking at Usul book. Jubair Ahmed, is Quran recitation in congregation mubah? Yes. Yeah. As long as you don't believe that this is the way it has to be done and there's more reward in doing it this particular fashion. Yeah. If you believe that there is, then no. What's that equivalent to pounds? Oh, sorry, I don't know what the question was. Getting a next. Getting a room constructed, alhamdulillah, and I must say this stuff getting SMT constructed, I don't know what that is really tough. Yeah, subhanallah. Allah make it easy for you, my brother. Rahman, Alimiya in Urdu or English? Whichever one you find more comfortable. That's the truth. Whichever one you're more comfortable in studying, that is the best way to go. For etiquette purposes, do we start dua with hamd and durood or just durood? Yeah, you can start with hamd as well. Hamd is better. Start with hamd, durood. I was taught hamd and durood, yeah. I feel like reading see what I think about. Let me tell you what I think about when people get into du'as too much. What tends to happen is people make like this formal way of doing dua. They think they can only make dua if they do it in this particular fashion. And then it ends up that throughout the whole day, they don't make duas to Allah until they do it in a specific way. So they might end up only making dua once a day or twice a day, only after salat, or only at certain times. In fact, du'as are throughout the day. If you look in the Quran, when the prophets used to make dua to Allah, or people made dua to Allah, Maryam alayhi salam, or anyone else, you'll see they just asked Allah, that's what it was. They just directly asked Allah. So this is why our du'as, like there's many du'as we say in the day, right? But we or adhkar even that we do, that we don't even say just durood before it. So it's fine. Not every single du'a is going to have durood before it. I feel like reading that book makes you a master of Quduri, so that helps you a lot. The thing about Quduri is, you have to understand, this is from my own personal experience. Quduri, no sharh is going to help you in Quduri if you don't understand where Imam Quduri is coming from. In each masala, if you understand where he's coming from, if you understand like the sort of like the kind of unwritten concepts he's thinking about in his head, if you can extract those and say, okay, now I understand why Imam Quduri said this, or why, that is the main thing. But if you're just looking for example, just to understand translation, or just some extra elaboration on a particular text, then it's fine. Yeah, looking at sharhs is good. Assalamu alaikum. Any new books? Have I got any new books? I think I have some new books I got last week or something. I'll try to have a look. I'll have to check maybe tomorrow, because yeah, so not anything specific that comes from my head, but I will let you know. Okay. Muftisa, when did you first become passionate about the tea culture? I became passionate about the tea culture in 1853. No, it's a joke. I think it was when I started these live streams, because I used to kind of make myself some some nice teas. So then I thought, you know what, I might as well add more. And then, mashallah, Sufyan sent me some, and others sent me. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Someone sent me some teas as well. I'm not telling you about the flower ones. Jazakallah khair, whoever sent those. When you first become passionate about culture, Zabardast explanation. Abdul Razak, that's the way. When is the best time to recite Quran? Anytime. The most potent time is the Tahajjud time and in Salat. I enjoyed listening to Wednesday talks online. MashaAllah. Jazakallah khair. MashaAllah. Yeah, it was nice. Nice event. Oh, yeah, we had that event. So last Saturday, Sunday. No, Tuesday. So this last Tuesday actually was at an event. I'll tell you more about that tomorrow, inshallah. The event that was at. Actually, tomorrow I won't be able to have a live stream. Oh, yes. No live stream tomorrow, guys. I do apologize, because there's going to be a radio appeal. I might be able to have the live stream after the radio appeal, which is going to finish about 10ish. So by the time I get home and all, that might be 10:30. So I'll see if I can squeeze the time in. Saad Tariq, I studied in Pakistan, Karachi. Yeah, Pakistan, Karachi. Okay, the jizya coins in today's times, I don't know. I'll have to do the calculation of how much the gold coins would be worth, but I'll have to check. So, so remind me tomorrow, inshallah, about the jizya coins, and I'll have a look. Or is that like what came first, man or the baby? Oh yes, Sharif. Philosophy 101. Roots of knowledge. Sharif Musawi was in reply to Aqta versus Hidayah. Both of these comes nowhere near the logic of your source. Okay, maybe some people would disagree on that. Okay, so SMT is something. Oh, something. How do you get to understand Imam Quduri's mind? So you got to read Quduri a lot. That's the thing. You can only get it once you study Quduri a lot, and then you read Tajreed as well. Read Tajreed, and then you get to understand what Imam Quduri, where he's coming from. Library tour. Inshallah, one day, my brother. How many is rakats is tahajjud? You can do as many as you like, but I mean, ideally, it's recommended to do about 8. 8 is recommended. Salaam, can you give a small example of where Imam Quduri was coming from? Imam Quduri was coming from Baghdad. So, for example, like Imam Quduri, for example, when he starts off with, you know, you wash the 4 limbs, why does he mention about the first thing that he starts off with? Whereas others before him didn't start off with this. So like Tahawi starts off with water, but he starts off with talking about the 4 limbs. Yeah, so there's a concept here, which is the concept of showing how the Hanafis approach a particular text. They look at the qat'i nas, and then qat'i nas you establish the faraid from it, and so forth. So that's one thing. Another thing is Imam Quduri in his book has several hadith that he's mentioned. There's only a handful of places in Quduri where a specific hadith has been mentioned. Nowhere else does he mention hadith. That's also something interesting to look into as well. Or for instance, like when Imam Quduri might come out with a particular definition that someone else before him has mentioned, but he rewords it. Who is going to be in the radio appeal? I'm not sure at the moment. I'm not sure. When do you guys get back from us so far? First week of January. Could you please share the link for Wednesday talks? Yes, I'll do it on my Telegram, inshallah. So if you join my Telegram, Telegram link. If you go to Telegram, inshallah, on Telegram, I keep all my updates. I actually recorded the audio of the video on my Telegram, so it's easier for for people to simply just follow. Link. Okay, so Telegram. Why is it not come up? Where is the link for this? Oh, here it is. That's the Telegram, guys. Join. Is a Sufa English course similar to the one at Jamia Khatam al-Nabi in Redford? I'm not sure of how that works. I'm not sure how that works. Yeah, so you can check on a Sufa website more details about the Sufa one. But Sufa one is basically all the texts they study are Arabic, but the medium predominantly is through English, and many lessons are also in Arabic as well. If someone has many qada prayers and they wake up tahajjud time, should they pray tahajjud or qada? They should prioritize. Yeah, prioritize qadas and do some tahajjud as well. I mean, when does the year end? Oh, it ends in July. So it's basically with the school calendar in the UK. So school calendar starts in September and ends in July. Okay, Telegram link on here. Oh, let me check how you do this. So Telegram link is HTTPS. I've got to write the whole thing out, otherwise if I go off this /T, and look what I do for you guys. Allahu Akbar. Humbleness 101. Roots of knowledge. I think that's it. Have I got it right? I think that's it. Yeah, that should be it. Okay, so if you join my Telegram, then all the updates I can put up for you guys. So in terms of mentioning the four limbs, first he is referencing the Quranic command about wudu. Yeah, that's it. Like, why mention about this four and then ayah and then like extracting it from there and showing there's some like you can almost see as though he's indicating we Hanafis, we only consider something to be fard if it reaches a particular or fulfills a particular criteria. Any mutun you would recommend to memorize for beginners? I don't know, I mean, whatever you're interested in. Generally, try to memorize an easy mutun. I'm not too much into memorizing mutuns. I rather what I would rather do is take a mutun, put it into my own words, and then like memorize that. That's easier for me to memorize rather than an Arabic mutun. It's quite hard. This session, there's no specific topic. It's just I come on Fridays and I come on Saturdays and I answer your questions and just talk about random things. Some people were asking me if I actually can, maybe when I have a live stream question and answer, and just focus on one topic. So just let's say, for example, the topic is to do with tayammum. All the questions related to tayammum, we just discussed those. I think I tried that in the past before, many, many years ago. But the problem with this kind of method is people get burnt out with asking questions on just one particular topic. So they might start asking 10 questions and that's it. They can't think of anything else. And then it just becomes like for the sake of just thinking about anything of that topic. So I know some people who are really interested in studying will benefit from that. But a lot of people, they're just going to find it to be just a bit boring. But if you let people ask questions that they might have in the week or comes to their mind, then I think that's. Remember, we used to get like, look, what was that guy's name? Hakim, I forgot his name. Asim Hakim's favorite fan. Rona Hakim. Remember Rona Hakim? Rona Hakim, always random questions. There used to be others as well that used to ask kind of random questions, but all disappeared. Okay. All their questions have been answered. Sheikh, is it okay to take part in secret samra at work? Secret samra, what's that? Secret samra. Do you mean secret Santa? Assalamu alaikum, Ustad. The local masjid moved their Jamaat time back a little and I wasn't sure. I only caught the last portion of the Arabic khutbah before Salah. How much of the khutbah do you need to listen to fulfill the wajib? Would it be been better for me to leave and got later Jamaat? No, it's fine. Yeah. According to Hanafis, we don't consider the khutbah wajib. We consider it to be sunnah. Sunnah muakkada. But yeah, as long as you got a bit of it, you had a bit of it, should be fine. But next time, obviously, you should try and attend from the beginning. Which scholar would you say has had the biggest influence on you as a person? My teachers. Definitely my teachers. Right. Each one of my teachers had a powerful impact on, because you remember you're with your teacher for an entire year or 2 or 3, depending how long each teacher you're with. And then that you have intimacy with them, like as in you kind of have like an intimate relationship with them. Not intimacy as in sexual intercourse, guys, but intimacy in the sense that you're very intimate with the kind of discussion that you have. They know a lot about you. They know your background. They know all your weaknesses. So it's one of those kind of things, yeah, where your teacher will definitely have the most powerful impact on you. Yeah, it's like your what do you call it? Your PT, yeah, your personal trainer. It's like that. Personal trainer will always have more impact on you than any other scholar. Assalamu alaikum. Are many American TV shows on TV there? I don't know. I don't really watch too much TV. But they do have, like, I think majority, I would say, majority of films and shows would probably be from abroad. UK doesn't have that many that people would watch. Secret Santa. I would say, look, these kind of things, people should try and avoid these kind of things if they can, because it's not something which Muslims. A lot of the times we have to try and prove to other people that we're okay with their faith. We find it difficult to be able to just state our stance, because we might lose our job, or we might get marginalized at work, or people might not treat us properly. So I think, look, you guys know the situation better than me. I would generally say it should be avoided, but I have never worked in a non-Muslim workplace that has to do Secret Santa. In the Hanafi school, isn't the sunnah to do the khutbah, but wajib to listen to it? It's wajib to listen if it's going on. Yeah, it's wajib to listen if it's going on. It's wajib to listen. So, what would you say about a masjid if they do khutbah Jum'ah in mainly non-Arabic happen to be? Yeah, it's fine. Personal sheikh greater than personal trainer. All right. Unless it's to lose weight, then personal trainer is greater than personal sheikh. Wounds from surgery over different parts of the body. How to do ghusl? Can't let water. Yeah, so just avoid those areas of wetting them, and wash the rest of the body. Okay, guys, I am going to finish there, guys. Take care. Ahlan wa sahlan. Hope you guys have a wonderful time, and hopefully I should see you guys tomorrow. If I don't see you guys tomorrow, then maybe I might switch it to another day just for that particular time. So take care, people of Insta. Have a nice, wonderful time. See you later. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And also you guys as well. Just going to log off from here. So you guys have a wonderful time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. A wave.